Welcome back, everybody. Today is Wednesday, July 9th, and today we got to find out that Gacha is really hard. If you didn't really know this, if you haven't experienced it, I mean, we've all had Gacha in some form, in some way, right? Like, think about this. If you play a mobile app game, if you're trying to get a certain character, a certain outfit, you take Neopets, I play Summoner's War, I play Heaven Burn Red, but then you also have, like, in real life, just think about it. You go to the candy machine and let's say you want the cherry flavor. You put the quarter inside and you get grape or you get orange or you get lemon and you didn't really want it. Banana, that's the worst, the runts. Yeah, the banana one. Did you know that they actually made a banana only version of runts like vending machine? That was crazy. I was like, that's actually insane that people really love banana that much. My uncle actually liked it. We would give all the banana runts to him. But basically, in summary here, what's going on is it's really hard. If you didn't know, if you needed numbers to appear on your screen to tell you that this is going to be really hard, well, here you go. Look, you can take a look. It says 9%, 9%, 9%, 73, 10, 90, 100, 10, 90, 12, 88, 12, 88, 8, 8, 8, 76, 8, 8, 8, 76, 10, 10, 10, 70. You get it goes on and on and on. But it's also nice to have this listed here because you can see, let me just zoom in. As a bit of context, TNT Dom first stated in answer to a question about revealing capsule odds in the September 2024 AMA that we believe that we should be announcing that and we will be moving in that direction to be fair and compliant. I actually looked it up on the internet, and not all countries have like gotcha rules that you need to actually have it listed. Some do, some don't. And I think in a way to get ahead of everything and potential people like going, I'm gonna sue your butt. It's better just to list these. But in the end, this is basically what people have been seeing when it comes to the drop rates of this stuff. Now, I know it's confusing because they wrote here tiers, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, tier 5, tier 6. People have basically said that just means, like the actual item. 6% chance of getting one item worth 150 to 200 Neo cash from the NC Mall plus one bonus item. That's for the New Year 2024 celebration mystery capsule. And it kind of makes sense to me. I was thinking about this like when I play Heaven Burns Red. There was just this last one, there was a summon that I was looking for. They had two double S characters, and the drop rate on that is like, I forget what it is, but let's just make it up 3%. I ended up getting the one character 5 times, 3% chance that I got her 5 times, 3%, and then like a 50-50 rate between the two of them. Yeah, 5 times in a row. I was so pissed. I had to use so many of my summoning stuff just to get the one that I wanted. Yeah, it was just super annoying. And the one that I got 5 of, she's not even that good. Yeah, the other one, she was amazing. But yeah, it took forever to actually get her. But should match your experience where sometimes you'll get it in one, sometimes you'll get it on average 11 times, or if you're really unlucky, it'll take you 20 times. But at the very least, if it makes you feel better, the numbers are listed now. And uh, the other part about having it listed is so you don't think they're just ripping you off, like they're just changing the odds, like a casino in a way, right? Because people go into a casino all the time that like the casino messed with the numbers. In the morning, it's like really good, and at nighttime, it's horrible. Yeah, that's they need to collect their full amount by the end of the month. They need to make quota or whatever. So there it is. There it is. The revamp and all. All right. So over here, new features. This was actually pretty amazing. We got gallery spotlight. We have the art gallery. And don't forget to claim your NC Mall cake. I really like this. And I know people really like that background, but I actually just like the cake as is. I threw that in my gallery, but when you look at that, that's it. That's it for the news. The NC Mall was just telling you to get some free stuff. So I will say, isn't that amazing that we really didn't have any sort of NC Mall news, unless they just crammed it all in here in the day before, just so we could say we don't have that NC Mall news. Okay, gallery spotlight. We got the bubbling cauldron. I like this up here at the top. You just get like almost like an intro. You get some words right here, and then you get this. Yeah, I like it overall. Overall, I like this gallery. So nice job, and it has like a little running count. I'm trying to get all the way back to the top. Geez, a lot of items. Okay, we have, it says right here, 350 items reach February 14th, 2025. Oh, Valentine's Day. Yeah, 250, 200. So pretty cool to keep track of it that way. I like that. Also, in the art gallery, I really love this right here. I really love this right here. Where'd it go? There it is. Pixel Neopia. I don't know why I like it so much. I do. It just looks really neat. I don't care if it's pixels and it looks the way it does. I just find that amazing in its own way. So make sure to check that all out. Congratulations to all the winners out there. Outside of that, yeah, that's basically it. I still have to figure out, and I intend to fully do this, is to open my capsules up. The ones, the retired hidden ones. I just have not come to a conclusion when I'm actually going to do that. And in my mind, I'm like, do I open one or do I open them all at the same time? Right? Like, I have 6 of these. Do I do it over 6 days and kind of like enjoy the experience, or do I just FOMO into this sucker? I don't FOMO is not right, but that's not the right word. But just open them all like crazy and then be over with. Because like you imagine that if I open them all and they all stink, it's gonna be very depressing. Just gonna, I'm gonna need a little pick me up after that. Oh, okay. So if you have any thoughts on that, let me know. The other thing I want to talk about here is the baby paintbrush. I said I'd come back to that. And today's the day. Baby paintbrush. So here's the deal. Let me go to Fairy City. Come on, Fairy City. And then go to the Hidden Tower. Yes, Hidden Tower. All right. Watch. There's a baby paintbrush in here, 600,000. I could go instantly put this into my shop. Not instantly. I can instantly go there, but will it instantly sell? No, not. It takes a little bit of time. Okay, so I put this in here, and then I price it for 611,999. At some point during the day, this is going to disappear, and 611,999 Neo points is going to show up magically into my till. That's how it works, right? So why I say about supply, demand, and it doesn't make any sense. Think about any item on Neopets. Like, even think about the quest log. So you have items on here. Let's say the beads. You have paintbrushes. You have, well, I guess nags somewhat hold because they disappear. But when you think about baby paintbrushes, what keeps the price so high? I get it. People use this for trades. But you saw what I literally just did. I just went to the Hidden Tower. I actually have it saved here. I went to the Hidden Tower. I bought this thing. I put it in my shop and someone buys it. What do they use it for? Apparently they use it for trades. I know baby paintbrushes that you could use to paint your pet into a baby. But like, think about the brushes that were given out during the quest log. Like yesterday, I just got a Moroccan. I know there's orange, purples that have been given out over this time period. Just think about like Neopets as a whole website, like advent calendar. They give out Christmas paintbrushes all the time. When you think about it, how come Christmas paintbrush, orange paintbrushes, purple paintbrushes, all whatever paintbrushes that they give out, how come those don't hold value? Right? How come this baby paintbrush, which people buy every day from the Hidden Tower, somehow keeps its value? In reality, when you really think about it, unless people are painting tons of baby paintbrushes, that makes no sense whatsoever, right? Like, literally think through that one. So the only reason why this paintbrush is keeping price up, like the value up, is because people are sitting there actively buying it and using it for trading. But what happens if one day people stop buying these? Like you buy it from the Hidden Tower, put it in your shop, and it doesn't actually sell for 611. It keeps dropping. And there's points in time, if you look at the Neo items database, right? The items database, and look at the price history, you could see it drop under 600,000. Right? The only time this thing goes up and sustains that price is when they have things to trade for. But if there's like a lull where there's not really much to buy, it drops in price. And this is why I say this thing is a house of cards. At some point, there's going to be a day where this thing is not going to hold its value, and it'll drop. and it'll keep on dropping because you think about the supply of theirs. There's so much. When you take a look at people with their shops and have like 600 of these, that is very scary. Yeah, like unless there's an actual use for it. When you think about nags, they are used. People use it for training. Code stones, yeah, used for training. Stat increasers used for training. You have other things, right? Like other food items, feed to a cat, do something with stamps that you put it in a book and it's gone forever. And I know again, paintbrush is used and it's gone forever, but how many people are actively painting baby Neopets? Does that outpace the amount of these being created daily, right? The second I click on this and buy it, I create a new one. It just shows up. And if people are all doing this like me, I don't know how many people are doing this every day, but it feels like there's enough people out there that it makes no sense that this thing keeps its value as high it is. And that's why I say I would express some sort of caution that this whole baby paintbrush holding value, like using for trades, someone came up with that. You get it? Someone came up with that to tell everybody, hey, this is the economy and this is how we're gonna do it. But at some point that's gonna change. And I wouldn't want to be that person holding 600 of these because it's just going to go down in price. And you could just say they'll retire it. But as we know, they keep putting things out that are retired. I have no faith in them to just not release them. Like Fairy Paintbrush, how many times have we seen that over the years? And even then, they'll just switch to something else. I don't know what the replacement is at this point. Oh dang! Look, I got 10,000. That's nice. I don't know what the replacement is. Oh, by the way, it is Cult Sender. So there you go. Make sure to go to the shrine if you don't have it. Apparently, I didn't have it. That's pretty nice. Yeah, so that's my whole dissertation on baby paintbrush. I just sat here one day and I'm like, I don't understand how it holds. And I get it. That's the thing that people use, but at some point it's not. I will tell you because I played Diablo 2 back in the day. Hopefully I never told this story before, but there's this ring called the Stone of Jordan, SOJs. And during Diablo 2, there was some sort of like duping thing that happened. There was like I went into a server or a game. I went into in a game, and some guy was literally duplicating all these Stone of Jordans. This is a ring that everybody wanted to have. They use it as trades, kind of like what's happening with the baby paintbrush. The dude was just chucking them on the ground. He was like, "Yeah, feel free to take as many as you want." So I loaded my whole inventory up with all of these Stone of Jordans. I loaded my chest, my inventory. I was just taking them all. He was just happily just creating copies of it and throwing on the ground. So what did I do? I took those Stone of Jordans while they were still expensive before people really even knew that these things were being duplicated, and I traded it for other rare items because I remembered I was like, you know, if these things are going to be everywhere, the value of them are going to go down in price, but the other rare stuff people aren't copying. So this is your chance right now, buddy, to go and get some of that rare stuff. Just trade away this stuff for that. It's good. It We're not really duplicating baby paintbrushes, but in reality, that's what's actually happening because people are getting like with their max bank accounts, or not even max, but think about it. If you roughly get 600, 700,000 in bank interest every day, you are making baby paintbrushes every day. Like they're doing that Stone of Jordan thing where they're duplicating, they're making these every day and it's nothing to them. So what do? They take this baby paintbrush and trade it away for something. And to me, I just don't see any value in baby paintbrushes. I don't want to own them because if those people stop buying them from your shop, it is all over. What you have there is now a reminder that you traded away something rare that they wanted for something that they could care less about. And that's why I'd be really, really worried about baby paintbrushes. I don't know who first got people into this thought that baby paintbrushes are the way to go, but I'm going to keep doing it until the band or the music stops playing. But I definitely don't want to be the person that doesn't have a seat when the musical chairs finally ends. That's where I'm at. 28 to 10. Oh, look at. Oh, it's not even a doggo, it's a birdo. Anyone know what kind of bird this is? Forgive the low resolution. It was the best I could do with my phone and at that distance. I have no idea what that bird is. I remember when I went to India with my boss and then the lady, they were just like bird watching. We were on like the hotel pool at the top of the roof. It was actually really nice up there. And then there was like all these birds, and they were just bird watching, talking about birds. I have no idea about birds. I mean, birds look really cool. I see a red one, I see a blue one, I see one that looks like that. But no, do I have any idea? No. I like birds. They're really nice. I think they're very calming. I like having the sound of birds around. But when I don't hear birds around, it's kind of freaky. Like too quiet. Like in a forest, if you're ever walking in a forest, I like to hear the birds. So we got 8, 8, 28, 52, 10. Yeah, I like to go mushroom hunting. It's always nice, but I'm always afraid of ticks. Wand of Dark Nova. Look at that thing down there. Yeah, I think I just need 2 today. Yeah, I like mushroom hunting in May. We have morel mushrooms here, if anybody's ever heard of those. Pretty expensive, pricey, but yeah, we also have these things called deer ticks. And I am not a fan of ticks. I don't want Lyme disease. I know somebody, I actually know 2 people that have Lyme disease, and it's not very fun, and I would like to avoid it. So I cover up. I look like it's wintertime when I'm in the forest foraging for mushrooms. And I don't care. People would say it all the time. Actually, like irony, and it's not funny, but it's just amazing how this ended up. The guy that ended up with Lyme disease from a deer tick, yeah, he was making fun of me. Like I remember like walking in the forest with his kid. Like I took her out. There was a party. She didn't want to be there, so we walked to the forest nearby, and there was just all these ticks. And I made sure when I got back in to check myself to make sure I didn't have any ticks on me. It was making fun of me. And then like come a few months later, he finds out that he had a tick and he has Lyme disease. And I'm like, well, that's amazing how that has happened, you know, because like just he just kept constantly making fun of me. Like when I was there, just checking myself, he's like, "Oh, you should look at these parts of your body and stuff like that," just laughing, and it's like it happened to him. So it's it's a horrible thing. Yeah, that you can get Lyme disease. Ticks and mosquitoes, man. No, I wish those didn't exist. I love camping and I love going into the forest, but the 2 things that stop me from doing that are mosquitoes and ticks. Oh my god, look at that. Yo, they hooked me up with 50,000 Neo points today. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. That's a good day. That's what I'm talking about. All right. So that pretty much is it. Yeah, it's a pretty good day. Solid day. Got to finally talk about my baby paintbrush. We got to find out about gacha rates being completely horrible. What's this collect reward? What did I did I never do that? Congratulations. What, seriously? No way. To celebrate, was this here? Oh, community goal reached. What? I just never did it and I never collected it. That's crazy. Actually crazy. All these I have to go back to my old I have to go back to one of these old videos and just never did I know that it was just there. A button was there. It's because I'm zoomed in so much that I'm forced to focus in on the actual page, like a section of the page. Yeah, that's nuts. That every day I've been coming in here doing this and just have not even noticed that. Alrighty. Oh, annoying sovereign defender of the downright confidant of genies. I'm going with anointed sovereign of all. That sounds defender of the downtrodden. Is that superhero? Anybody gonna go watch Superman? Superman. I'm not gonna watch that movie. There is a movie I do want to watch. It's a horror movie. It's about like 10 influencers going into like got thrown into a house, and 50 cents like the guy that apparently is running this game basically. It is not a movie for little kids. That is for sure. And I don't even know if I really want to watch it myself. I'm just kind of curious about the movie because I like Saw and it's made by the makers of Saw, so I do want to check it out. I think there's another movie. I know my wife wants to see F1, the Brad Pitt movie, where he's like yeah, he's driving, and then oh, the new Jurassic Park too. I want to see that one. I do want to see that one. Yes, I forgot. I threw my Moroccan paintbrush that I got yesterday just straight into the into the safety deposit box. I didn't even think about that. And I had to do Dacardia. Is tonight? It, wait, hold on. Is tonight the night, or did I already miss it? Oh shoot! Did I miss it or is it tonight? The Faerie Fragments. Hold up. Let me check my Faerie Fragments. That's actually really sad if I just didn't even think about it. I have my other game going. Bear with me here. Let me just hit this Fairy Employment Agency since I didn't check it this whole time. Okay. And then I'm trying to stall for time. I'm waiting for Summoner's War to finish this battle. And then I have to get into Faerie Fragments here. This is going to be actually really sad if I missed it. I have to get my Fairy Slork stamp. But yeah, look at that. Look at that avatar right there. It's beauty. Here he is. How much more can I zoom in? Oh. There we are. Shrine of Kultzan avatar. Does your Faerie Fragments, by the way, does it make you like download every day, even though it shouldn't be down? Or no, that's Tales of Dacardia. Tales of Dacardia is always like downloading the same amount of stuff. All right, here we go. And I missed the shop, which will be very sad. Oh, I get a Fairy's Fortune scratch card today. Heck yeah, that's what I wanted. How did you know? The heck? There's no counter. There's no counter today. I don't see it. Maybe my thing's broke. Like in Fairy's Fragment right now, in the top bottom left, there's supposed to be like some sort of counter that tells you like when it refreshes next. It did not refresh. But seeing as everything is sold out right now, I think that nothing actually happened for his Fairy Fragments. Trying to find the picture quick. I really want to make him a Rockman floats him. Like just because. Right here. Yeah, so I didn't bring up the game. I could bring up my air server, but I'm not going to do that right here. This counter, it doesn't exist in my game right now. I don't know why. It just, there's only a shop closes in 20 days. So I don't know. Maybe they're going to remove off the, maybe they're going to remove off this whole refresh thingy and just let people buy like normal, which would mean that my 5 a.m. wake up was for nothing, for naught. Who knows? I don't know. Let's but that's where I'm gonna end now. Now that I took a look at that, let me get my Fairy's Fortune scratch card. Give me my scratch card. I only wanted to show this because at least this shows my game is actually linked right now. There you go. The struggle that we've all been having as of late with all of this. But that is everything. I will see you potentially tomorrow. My niece is coming over tonight. I can't wait. She's gonna stop by, drop off some money for Japan, but at the same time, I get to make her. I think I'm gonna make her. I took out I took out beef skirt steak. That's it. In my mind, I was about to say strip, but I'm like, that's not right. Skirt steak. So I'm gonna be making her a nice little beef bowl. I'm gonna pickle up some carrots and everything. It's just gonna be amazing. I hope, anyways. In my mind, it's gonna be amazing, but that's what I think is going to happen. That's it. I'll see you later. Bye.